This week on Beacon Web News, Andrew Strout celebrates in downtown North Adams at WinterFest. Then, Ali Tino educates us on a new tax assistance program being offered at MCLA. And Shawnquelle Dennis gives us the inside scoop of what's to come for the city of North Adams. That's coming up next on Beacon Web News. Hello and welcome to the February 20th episode of Beacon Web News. I'm Julia Texera. IGE is hosting a movie night on Friday, February 22nd at 7 p.m. This week's film is Love, Simon, a coming-out story of a high schooler based on the 2015 novel Simon versus the Homo sapiens Agenda by Becky Apatoli. This event is free to MCLA students and pizza and drinks will be provided. And this past weekend, North Adams celebrated the season with WinterFest, and BWN's Andrew Strout was there to share the winter cheer.
I'm in downtown North Adams at the 22nd annual WinterFest. This year's WinterFest included many returning activities and events for people of all ages to enjoy. From the annual chowder cook-off to horseback carriage rides to ice sculptures, the streets are crowded with people looking to get outside of their homes. Susie Helm spoke about her process of organizing the event.
This has been going on for 22 years, so a lot of it is just, you know that there are these events that are going on. You just make sure you got your checklists and that you've got enough people to help you make it happen and that everybody knows that it's going to happen.
The various ice sculptures scattered across Main Street gathered many passers-by as they admired the art. Artist Ben Lamb discusses his sculpture that is outside of Empire Cafe.
So I wanted something that could hold a coffee cup, and I was thinking, like, what's cute? And my kid's name is Otto, so I thought it was kind of like a fun play on things. And so an otter holding a coffee cup seemed like the most logical thing to do.
By far the most popular event of WinterFest was the Chowder Cook-Off, in which 9 different local eateries and tech programs competed for the best chowder in North Adams. McCann's culinary program won the people's vote, while Ramunto's won the judges' vote for the second year in a row.
From the past years that I've been here, I like the clam chowder the most, mostly because I just like eating things.
Alongside the various events, the North Adams Indoor Farmers Market made an appearance, and Michael Gallagher of Square Roots Farm in Lanesboro explains how WinterFest helps to draw in customers.
We come down here not necessarily to sell a lot of things, but we come down here to meet some new people who don't come into the farmers market every week. So we're just trying to pick up a couple new people, meet a few people, make some new friends.
WinterFest will return next February for its 23rd year. WinterFest has made North Adams a little brighter today. For Beacon Web News, I'm Andrew Strout.
Beacon Web News en Español was also there at WinterFest, and Karen Canella has more on the story.
Cada año, el WinterFest es celebrado en la comunidad de Norte Adams. Hay diferentes eventos que residentes tienen la oportunidad de participar y hacer. Susie Helm, la persona encargada de crear el evento, nos cuenta de todo lo que tiene que hacer para el día. Tenemos una competencia de chowder desde las 12 de la tarde hasta las 2. Y también tenemos caballos que van por Main Street y un farmers market a cruzar la calle. Para crear un evento tan especial como el WinterFest, coge mucho esfuerzo, especialmente una tradición que ha sido celebrada por 22 años. Helm nos ha dicho cómo ella hizo que este evento será una realidad. Esto ha pasado por 22 años, entonces mucho de eso es que sabes que hay muchos eventos que está pasando y también te aseguras que tiene un checklist. Muchas de las gentes que participan en WinterFest también son negocios. Michael Gallagher, no dueño de una carnicería, nos dijo por qué él le gusta participar en ese evento cada año. Nosotros vengamos no solamente para vender nuestras carnes, pero porque queremos conocer más personas, especialmente gente que no van al farmers market, y también hacer más amigos. La comunidad es una de las razones por qué el evento es tan grande. Uno de los niños, aparte del evento, nos dijo lo que le encanta más. A mí me gusta más el clam chowder, pero eso es porque me gusta comer. WinterFest es celebrado cada año y siempre es muy diferente, lleno con más comida y actividades que hacer. Para Beacon Web News en español, Karen Canella.
Jazz and shoegaze musician Kaki King will be performing at Mass Mocha's Club B10 on Saturday, February 23rd at 8 p.m. King is best known for her range of different genres in her music and her visually stunning performances. This show is $15 for students, $17 in advance, $26 for the day of, and $40 for preferred seating. Tickets can be purchased at massmocha.org. And North Adams is calling upon its locals to design a new card for the public library. Submissions can come from young children, teens, and adults. The contest focuses on either a Northern Berkshire scene or something artistic that's related to the library. Photographs must be taken in high resolution and edited through software like Photoshop or Paint. Eager participants should bring their submissions documented with their name, address, and phone number to the public library. It can be given to Mindy, Kim, or Sarah. Winners are to be announced in the late spring. For more information, please contact www.naplibrary.com or call 413-662-3133. And on this week's edition of Take Note, Andrew Ballargen stresses the importance of doing due diligence when it comes to analyzing information we see on social media.
In an era where the subject of fake news and talk of fake news is more prevalent than ever, we are generally wary of the information we get on the internet. Although we may be more critical of information we get from friends face to face, we seem to often lose our critical faculties when seeing things posted by people on social media. I believe we have more work to do in terms of accepting spoken or written word as fact without doing our due diligence. This stems especially in how we view police officers at the state, city, and even our very own public safety officers. For every story we see in the national news about corrupt police officers or abuses of prisoners, especially minorities, there are countless other officers who are doing their jobs diligently and honestly every day who we don't hear about. There are many factors that happen whenever police are involved, many of which the public is never fully informed about for one reason or another. For example, last year, a North Adams police officer had to arrest a former MCLA student where MCLA police officers assisted. The incident occurred at the Mound, but by the time the former student was arrested, he was on Blackington Street and was ultimately tased. Now, a recent meeting in the Student Government Association's Public Safety Committee revealed that the former student in question was a minority student. Without knowing all the details, it is very easy to condemn the police officer's actions as one more case of police brutality against minorities. But we cannot rush to judgment without first getting more information. It has been said that a lie can fly around the globe while the truth is putting its shoes on, and that is doubly true in today's social media era. It is awfully easy to hit share when you see an angry tweet from someone you know and to feel righteous indignation at injustice. However, I would strongly encourage those watching this segment to do your due diligence when getting information from any source and make sure you aren't just blindly following what your friend is ranting on about without at least fact-checking it first. It isn't fair that the way the public perceives someone turns negative because of a series of snowballing misinformation online. Let's fight this by remaining diligent and demanding cold, hard facts, especially with critically serious information like this. Thank you, and make sure to view Beacon Web News next week for another edition of Take Note.
It's time to strap on your dancing shoes for the annual VITA Gala hosted by the Berkshire Towers Advisory Board. Join everyone in a night filled with music and refreshments. You can also commemorate the evening with a stop by the photo booth. Tickets are $1 at the door. All proceeds will benefit the On the Rise Residential Student Scholarship. The gala starts at 8 p.m. on Saturday, February 23rd, down in the Church Street Center Social Hall. MCLA has enrolled a tax assistant program for students, and BWN's Ali Tino breaks down all the numbers.
Filing your taxes can be a stressful ordeal, especially when you don't know where to start. Members of the MCLA community, however, are working to make the process a little easier.
The VITA program is a program that was created by the IRS to help low-income taxpayers with disabilities or taxpayers who have difficulty speaking English prepare their taxes for free and to prepare them correctly.
Thomas Whalen, a professor of business administration at MCLA, was adamant about the numerous benefits the VITA program provides.
Your tax return is going to be filed, and you will not have to pay for that to be filed at all, and all that money will go back into our clients' pockets, which will have a direct impact on our local economy.
Serving as the president of the board of directors for the Central Berkshire Habitat for Humanity, Waylon brought the program to Tara Barbosa's attention, a fellow colleague on campus.
She's taken on training our students, our interns that are working in the program. She's training them in customer service skills, in preparing skills, and she has just been a dynamo.
Professor Tara Barbosa, who specializes in accounting, is leading the charge for this program and has been working with students in a widely beneficial internship.
What helped me was they've always done training you to be in the profession. It's not just, here are classes, learn these things. It's very drawn back into, here's how you will use this when you're working as an accountant.
It's good to give back to the community. I mean, MCLA is a small school in a small community, and we need to interact with our community, and it's good for us to help the others in need and to get a tax return for them, and that just brightens up their day for them.
Waylon and Barbosa both encourage people in the community and MCLA students to take advantage of the free tax preparation assistance.
What would be really fantastic is once the word gets out and the community knows that this service is available, hopefully we can allow more students to participate, and in that case we can open this up to other departments rather than just the business department.
I hope every student and every community member, if you're eligible, to come and use the service. It's just fabulous.
Located on the basement level of Eldridge Hall, you can find assistance on Mondays and Wednesdays from 4 to 8 p.m. and Friday and Saturdays from 9 to 1. The bottom line, if you fit the qualifications and are looking for help with tax preparations, stop by MCLA's Eldridge Hall to help ease the stress. For Beacon Web News, I'm Allie Tino.
As part of the Multicultural Resource Center Black History Month film series, the film The Black Panthers will be shown in Sullivan Lounge on Wednesday, February 27th at 7 p.m. The film is a documentary about the Black Panther Party. This is the final film of the Black History Month film series. And get ready to brush your stress away by building your own mini Zen garden. Hosted by the Association of Neurodivergent Awareness, construct a Zen garden to help relieve the semester stress as you tackle midterm exams. The event will take place in Campus Center Room 324B on Thursday, February 28th, and it starts at 7 p.m. Commencement is only a few months away, and it was announced that U.S. Representative Richard Neal will be the commencement speaker and one of the recipients of an honorary degree. And on the latest edition of College Roundtable, Erica Lucia sits down with Gina Puck to gain insight on the process in choosing a commencement speaker.
MCLA Dean of Enrollment, Management, and Community Relations, Gina Puck, joined us in the studio for this week's segment of College Roundtable. Puck gives us the inside scoop on the steps MCLA takes before inviting someone to speak on campus.
Different depending on the event at MCLA. So I'll start with commencement, right, because that's what we're talking about today. It's actually written into the bylaws for the MCLA Board of Trustees that the executive committee of the board makes that decision. So the executive committee is comprised of different MCLA board members, sort of sits as one of the regular committees of the Board of Trustees. And so there's a process of deliberation and sort of going through different lists and going through that each year, sort of based on interest from the campus. I can tell you historically we've had a lot of legislators or sort of politically minded speakers.
With great excitement, Puck also shares with us why our 2019 commencement speaker, Richard E. Neal, was chosen and gives us some background on who he is.
So Representative Neal has served Massachusetts as a congressman for over a decade. He is a staunch advocate of public education within the Commonwealth. He's actually made appearances at MCLA multiple times, sort of advocating for different public higher education issues. He's sort of, to me, the best mix of sort of local politics and national scale. He started his career as the mayor of Springfield, one of the largest cities in the state, and has just sort of ascended since then. He right now is one of the most powerful lawmakers in Washington, D.C., and I can't tell you how excited I am that we have him on campus at this moment.
Gina Puck also gives information on the recipients for the honorary degrees this year.
So every year we have the commencement speaker, sort of main speaker, like every other institution in the country, but we also offer honorary degrees, and it's sort of this great symbolic process of being able to really honor and give thanks to members that have affected the MCLA community. So this year we have former Mayor Richard Alkenbright and also Shirley Edgerton. She served on the MCLA Board of Trustees. She's been at the forefront of community activism and community organization in Pittsfield. She served and actually worked for the state of Massachusetts in developmental services before that. Just Mayor Alkenbright, led the city that we're in, and that MCLA is such an important part of that fabric. He also works for one of the major corporations, right? Mountain One now.
Make sure to check out the full segment of this week's College Roundtable. From Beacon Web News, I'm Eric Kalusha.
The Big Y supermarket in Adams announced it will be shutting down in March. The store will be laying off 90 employees and is currently working with a partner looking to purchase the store. Town Selectman James Bush expressed his concerns to iBerkshire about the store's shocking announcement, stating, "It was quite the shock. I'm dumbfounded. We have a huge elderly population and they walk to shop." Big Y representatives stated there were a variety of reasons for why the store is closing, and the idea was thought out for various months before making their final decision. Feeling like you're disconnected? Looking for a way to connect? Join the Social Connection Group Thursday, February 28th at 11:45 a.m. in CSI, room 128. This is a new positive social interaction to help students become comfortable with one another in a structured setting. This will be facilitated by Roxanne Morton-Philly from MCLA Counseling Services. If you have any other questions, you can contact Roxanne on Outlook 365 or contact Counseling Services directly by calling 413-662-5331. North Adams City Council was back in action this week, and BWN's Sean Dennis breaks down all the drama.
Mayor Tom Bernard submitted a communication to reappoint Joanne Lipsa Bates to the North Adams Human Services Commission for a term that will expire in the year 2022. The motion was approved unanimously by all members of the City Council who were present. Rachel Smith and David Moto were also accepted into the North Adams Human Services Commission. The City Council moved to postpone the voting of the authorization to allow Mayor Tom Bernard to execute a purchase and sale agreement for the Mohawk Theater for the following meeting. This gives councilors an opportunity to address needed questions with Mayor Bernard within the next week and get answers to help them decide if they would like to vote for or against authorization. Mayor Bernard spoke on his decision, saying it was best to see what interest is out there, if any. Relating to the previous decision of replacing the roof on the public safety building, Mayor Bernard says he would rather sell than borrow money in order to do repairs on the Mohawk Theater. Any offers on the Mohawk Theater will have to be approved by City Council before being considered. Councilor Benjamin Lamb voiced his concerns on not receiving updates on current requests for proposals that are in the process and wanting to be more engaged in the process regarding RFPs. At the moment, Mayor Bernard did not have any answers. At the November 13, 2018 meeting of City Council, Council President Kevin Bona submitted a communication regarding parking options for the Holden Street condominium owners, which was postponed until yesterday. The Traffic Commission still has yet to discuss Bona's communication. The next Traffic Commission meeting is set to happen sometime in April, due to the fact that they do not have a set meeting date per month. Councilor Rebecca Cohen voiced her concerns on the continuous delays regarding receiving reports from the Traffic Commission. Bona's concerns regarding his submitted communication are with the permanent parking available to tenants. As of now, this communication will once again be postponed until the first City Council meeting of April. For Beacon Web News, I'm Shanquelle Dennis.
The Multicultural Resource Center is hosting Empowerment Week all week long. The schedule is as follows. Today, Black Jeopardy will take place at 7 p.m. On Thursday, there will be a karaoke night at 8 p.m. And on Friday, another movie will take place at 6 p.m. All events are hosted in Venable. For more information, visit mcla.edu/event calendar. And that's it for this week. To stay up to date with BWN, you can follow us on our social media and our Facebook page at facebook.com/MCLABWN. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.